Hey, Bill, what's this? I drive through to pay, get food. Instead of giving me change, they asked if I want to round up the change to the nearest dollar because of the coin shortage. The bill was 94 cents, so they want you to eat the extra 53 cents. Yet I haven't heard about that. That sounds like a scam. Dude, these people they're just criminals. If anybody out there is living a life of crime, you just start donating to politicians and start advertising your criminal enterprise on a news network. And I'm telling you, we won't have any problems. Rounding up change scam. Let's see what we get here. Why so many companies are rounding up your spare change? What does this mean? Okay. Last week, taxi app Lyft took out a full-page ad in the Sunday New York Times to announce a magnanimous new program it will soon roll out called Round Up and Donate. Oh, fuck you, donate. You're going to donate 1% of it and line your pockets with the change, you fucking... This is the oldest scam out there. Opt in and we'll automatically round up your fare to the next whole dollar and push the difference towards issues impacting everyone everywhere, from climate change to the pursuit of equality. Could it be any more just vague? Yes, it's fair to see it as another effort to capitalize while Uber, its biggest competitor, has been beset by scandals for nearly 2 months straight. And the language of the ad, sit for something, it's what Lyft was founded on, led many to roll their eyes. The New York Observer said the ad is really a big fuck you to Uber. Uber. While an Adweek reporter wrote on Twitter, you're a rideshare company. Get over yourself. Exactly. All right, let's see. What were the scandals? I didn't see this. All right. Uber has had 5 major scandals in just 2 weeks. You know, who would have thought just getting in a car with a complete stranger where there's nothing that vets them, that eventually you would have a problem? If I was a serial killer, I would just become an Uber driver. You know, are you sick of having to run down and tackle victims? All that money you spend on chloroform and all that money on rags. Wouldn't it be great if your victim would just get in your car? Introducing Uber. An extended string of bad news about Uber continued on Friday with a New York Times report that Uber has used for years a surreptitious data tool to deceive authorities in unfriendly markets. It was only, these guys should be in fucking jail. They got enough money to stay out of jail. It was only 1 month ago that the hashtag Delete Uber began trending during protests to President Trump's travel ban. Well, what the fuck does Trump have to do with Uber? Leading CEO Travis Kalanick to step down from Trump's business council. Oh, I see. Oh, because he was with Trump. Oh, I get it. But if he was with Joe Biden, people would be like, all right, it's okay. He could stay with Uber. Is that how it works? But that already feels like eons ago. In the time since, Uber has been at the center of an additional 5 scandals that has brought more negative scrutiny on the hot taxi company. They're not a taxi, which was already no stranger to scandal than ever before. All right, that's even more links. How the company deals with each of these storms could determine what fucking storms? Do these people get paid by the fucking word? All right. Former employee bombshell blog post. On February 19th, Susan Fowler Righetti, a former Uber engineer now working on, wrote an eye-opening blog. What did she say? Alleging she received repeated sexual advances from a male colleague. Well, this isn't Uber's fault. You know what I mean? This is on the guy that does it. Why does that go down to the company? Like, are you supposed to say that, hey, before we hire you, do you plan on taking your dick out at work? Well, yeah, actually I did. All right, we can't hire. Like, it's that simple. After the blog post went live and quickly rocketed around the internet, yeah, because of all these stupid air quote news sites, not because they give a fuck, because they know that people will read shit like that and they can make money with banner ads. Kalanick, not Kalanick, Kalanick said in a statement, what Philo describes is a horn and against everything Uber stands for and believes in. That's fucking hilarious that you even need to say that. I mean, when Uber came out, it's like, we want to have more affordable taxis, and we are against taking your dick out and shaking it at women that you work with. Just want to throw that in there as an aside. Okay, but only 3 days later, a deep dive in New York Times story on Uber's culture suggested that, contrary to what Kalanick said, Fowler's story is not at all contrary to what Uber believes in. You're telling me Uber believes in sexual harassment? Or they had a couple of the employees. Times story published citing with more than 30 current and former Uber employees concluding that Uber's workplace culture is aggressive and unrestrained. Who would think, just such a simple idea? I mean, business is brutal. What's my name? Fuck you! Who would think that they would have some Glenn Ross shit going on there? This is going to be funny in the future when women run everything. And then guys will bitch like this. And it'll be like, the female-run Uber has been described as catty and rumor starting. The level of cuntiness in the office is just completely unacceptable. Sorry. All right. Hang on a second. I completely got off the subject here. This is rounding up. Would you like to round up? This is a brilliant way to mug people with their consent, because people don't like change anymore. It's a question. Would you like to round up? It's a question many cashiers are asking customers around the St. Louis region. I feel like one of those fucking PM Magazine guys right now. Like I'm doing the voiceover. This is showing footage of somebody at a fucking Stop and Shop. Would you like to round up? It's often asked as you're checking out at the store or paying at a drive-thru. Local grocery stores, fast food restaurants, and even pet stores offer customers a chance to make charitable donations at checkout. News 4's Chris Nangus was recently asked if he wanted to round up at a Missouri Taco Bell. He was told his 48-cent donation would benefit education and students. It might not seem like a lot, but according to tax filings with the IRS, the Taco Bell Foundation brought in millions of dollars through the generosity of its customers. Yeah, and how many more millions did they keep? According to its 2018 990 form, the Taco Bell Foundation brought in nearly $14 million. Well, let's stop here. How about a round of applause for Taco Bell? They donated $14 million to benefit education and students, while also taking out millions of people with heart attacks. So they're getting rid of people, which is great for the environment, and then they're trying to help the ones who survive their food be even smarter. It's amazing. Joe Waters runs Selfish Giving. Oh, wow. Is that an oxymoron? An organization that helps business partners with nonprofits to raise money at the point of sale. They're becoming really popular, Walter said. He said a recent partnership with an East Coast chain with 120 locations brought in approximately $40,000 to $50,000 worth of roundup donations in just 3 weeks. Geez, $500,000 in just 3 weeks, everybody. And that's just what they reported. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Didn't Richard Pryor do that in one of the Superman movies? There was like a half a cent left over from everybody's check, and the next thing you know, he showed up in a Ferrari. Rest his soul, the greatest of all time. All right, give them the sun. Hey, Billy Fat Tits. Periodically, I hear you talk about Jesus. I'm getting all fat shamed here, you motherfuckers. Periodically, I hear you talking about your solution to the Middle East conflicts. You talk about the tensions over natural resources, specifically oil reserves, and offer a simple solution. Well, I'm a simple man, sir. Give them the sun. Yeah, give the oil companies control of the sun. That's it. Now, solar energy is great and all, but there's been a recent breakthrough in nuclear fusion technology. Nuclear power plants that exist today operate using nuclear fission. Fission splits atoms, whereas fusion smushes them together. I like how he's using fucking barroom logic so he doesn't lose me here. The process of nuclear fusion is similar to what goes on in the actual sun. So your dream just might become a reality. I'll pause here if you want to do some Googling. I'm all for whatever creates cleaner air and less waste. The only thing I'm worried about anything nuclear is the waste and how long it lasts and what the fuck you do with it. You know, knowing full well that, you know, all of these fucking solar panels and all of that shit, also the amount of raw material it takes to make those things aren't exactly green either. But my thing is to just get the fuck out of the Middle East. You know what I mean? So those people over there can just get back to fucking, you know. It was like they were having a nice battle royal over there, and then like wrestling, we came running out of the fucking locker room. I think it's time to go back in the locker room and let people handle their own goddamn business over there. This new technology has been a pipe dream for 30 years, and up until very recently, it had been thought to be 30 plus years off. So this is big news. Big news. You hear that? All you fucking people who think that nobody's cured anything or done anything in fucking since polio. I love this is my favorite fucking analogy. That they haven't cured anything since polio. It's like, well, maybe the real thing is you haven't been paying attention. This is big news. The main benefit of fusion is that it has minimal waste, uses fuel that is abundant, and is much more stable as compared to fission factors. Well, that is exciting. Anyway, thought you might find that interesting, and I hope to hear your thoughts on the show. As with many others, I listen to every episode and love the show. Thanks for all the laughs and entertainment you provide to us on a regular basis. No problem. That is exciting. That is the kind of thing that actually sounds like it's too good to be true, and it's going to be fascinating to watch how we somehow fuck it up. I mean, there we go, right there. If what you're saying is true, this is a way out. Sorry, I did a couple shows. My voice always cracks when I do a couple of shows. All right. Oh, God. And just when we had hope, just when we were starting to feel better, just when we got some of the greatest stand-up comedy ever heard from mainland China by the great. Keep it going one more time for Han Q, everybody.